good news for William. Charles completely failed in his plan to ascend the throne worth £620 million. Prince Charles could axe Prince William and Kate Middleton's beloved household when he becomes king, as claims the whole of Kensington Palace could be decommissioned grow. The claims were sparked by the fact that Apartment 1, the 21-room apartment that has undergone a multi-million-pound refurbishment, remains empty more than 3 years after the scaffolding came down. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were previously expected to live in the apartment, alongside Prince William and Kate. But the empty apartment has caused some to speculate that there is disinterest in the building, especially given that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge reportedly have long-term plans to move to Windsor. Historian Christopher Warwick said, "Whispers that Kensington Palace's days as an official residence are numbered are a pointer to how many changes we are going to see when Charles becomes king. He would be wise to rent it out and hold it in reserve should he need to accommodate any royals down the line." This comes amid growing talk of a slimmed-down monarchy under Prince Charles' reign. Telegraph associate editor Camilla Tominey had previously said that this is part of an attempt to promote the future king's image as a frugal monarch. She said there's this sense that he wants a slimmed-down monarchy to make sure that everybody is doing their bit and that there are no, so-called, hangers-on. "I think this is Charles' attempt to basically look like he has inherited his mother's habit for being frugal, turning off light switches and being green, and generally being good value for money. On one hand, it's probably a good idea for when trooping the colour happens for us not to see such a vast array of royals on the balcony at Buckingham Palace because it then begs the question, who are all these people and what are they doing? This bid for a slimmed-down monarchy, according to Ms. Tominey, may also include a reduction in the royal estate, which may serve as motivation for the Duke and Duchess's move away from Kensington Palace to Windsor Castle." Speaking about the potential move, a royal source told, "Apartment 1 is in great condition and Charles would be wise to make a show of getting a market rate for it. If the Cambridges relocate, it seems likely the few remaining royals will be obliged to move on." Meanwhile, another royal source said, "Charles is always talking about a slimmed-down monarchy. Prince Charles and the Duke of Cambridge will lead a summit to decide the future of the monarchy following the death of Prince Philip. The future kings are set to discuss plans for a slimmed-down monarchy over the next 2 generations. Charles and William, with the assistance of the Queen, will decide on which members of the family will retain senior royal roles and what they should do. Prince Philip's death also leaves vacant the hundreds of patronages he was responsible for. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex's decision to move to California and step back from royal life is also thought to have prompted the meeting. A source told, "The question is whether you start off by deciding how many patronages and engagements there should be, and then work out how many people are needed to achieve them, or whether you decide how many people there should be, which will dictate how many engagements and patronages they can take on. The decision of who will take on the prominent positions cannot be discussed solely, according to royal insiders, due to the two going hand in hand. The Prince of Wales will dominate the deliberations as the next in line to the throne, but he has made clear William must be consulted for each stage as any significant changes will inevitably be incorporated into his son's reign." Charles' youngest brother, Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, and his wife Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, are thought to be substitutes for Meghan and Harry after they stepped back from their royal roles. The couple maintained a notable presence in the lead-up to Philip's funeral, but their prior engagements could scupper plans for them to stand in engagement